not less important factor in detox is the subtle detox, the emotional or the mental detox. Even though you may have heard of it, what's the meaning of it? Subtle toxins, are they intracellular toxins, that we're trying to have the body push out from the inside the cell, or is it something else? And here I can tell you it is something else. And what it is, we have the subtle body, which is the carcass to our physical body. Our body is not physical completely, even though we refer to it as a body, meaning that it is physical, but it has the mind and it has the intelligence and it has the cellular intelligence, more importantly, over just regular mind. It is smart not only in the head, but it's smart at the cellular level. Each cell knows its function. The subtle expression is that intelligence of each cell, and it's like connected intelligence. So it's the consciousness, the body consciousness. We have that at the base of our physical body. So the physical body is put on over the mind, like a glove is put on the hand, but the mind of the entire body. Particular entity that is called subtle body. In Sanskrit, it has the term sukshma sharira, or subtle body, and it consists of the etheric body and the mental body. Let's talk about the mental body, the intelligence of the entire body, including our consciousness, which is the mind, and the higher consciousness, which is the intelligent mind or reasoning mind. Why, when we're detoxing our physical body, all of a sudden we have the emotional processing, the surfacing up these unprocessed emotions that make you think of the past events, remember some circumstances, puzzle you whether in those circumstances you acted correctly or incorrectly, and the effect of the reactions in those particular circumstances, and the emotions that formed, whether they've been processed, and if they haven't been, where did they hide inside the body? They hid someplace, but not in a physical way, right? They hid someplace, but in the mind, they actually went to the deep layer on the mind, and this is where they found their domain. This is where they're hiding now. And when we're doing detox, these things are surfacing up, make you feel emotional and needed to process these emotions. This is the subtle detox. What happens is that in yoga tradition and Ayurvedic tradition, this is described as confusions of the mind, distortions that are hiding in your subconsciousness. And that mind I was talking about, which is the carcass of your physical body, is your subconsciousness. And those distortions hiding in your subconsciousness, not particularly the limbic system of the brain, medulla, the zones of the brain. That's not the entire subconsciousness. That's just the interpreter of the subconscious mind. But the subconscious mind is the entire body. The chakras, the nadis, the marmas, this is where the deepest layer of the mind is, and this is where those distortions are hiding. While we're just leading the regular life under stress, our mind becomes dull and it cannot perceive those distortions that are buried deep inside the mind. But when we're detoxing, that ability of the mind to pinpoint and pull that out is enhanced by a number of factors. One is that it starts harnessing more energy, the highest mental energy, and that energy is released because the body is not under the burden of toxins much anymore. This is why the ability of the mind to be sharper enhances. Another thing is that these samskaras are surfacing up because the energy enhances. And once the samskaras, those distortions that are hiding inside your subconsciousness, are surfacing up, the mind can start identifying them. And when it's reading the samskara, it perceives the mental phantom of the samskara when it was formed, and it may start remembering. It may trigger the release of the emotion because of the emotional phantom of that samskara. You will start feeling these emotions. They may try to pull you back to feel guilty again. So the mind needs to know how to deal with these now, how to process them correctly, how to create this environment where the emotional part of it is being processed without bouncing back, rebounding back into the deep layer of the mind again and staying there. Because the danger of the samskara is not only that it hides some mental imbalance that actually makes your mind weak and unstable. It predisposes your mind to weaknesses, to being in duality and being affected easily. But also another danger of the samskara is that while it's hiding inside the body, inside your subconsciousness, inside the body, right? We remember that subconsciousness and the body is pretty much the same thing. So it's blocking the flow of energy through that area of the body, and that will become sluggish. That samskara is actually the point where the tissue of the body becomes weak and predisposed to diseases. So this is like a double impact. So to be short, I have to say what I will kind of give you the instructions on what to do with this emotional purging.